You have signed a contract with country's one of the most elite man, Mr. Park. You are now the contract wife of Mr. Park for next 6 months. Miss Swain, be ready. My driver will pick you at sharp 6. Mr. Park said curtly. Sure, Mr. Park, I will be taking my leave. You smiled at the wretched man before turning away and quickly leaving, as if staying with him a minute more will pollute you. You would have never signed a contract marriage with a man who was 20 years older than you if he wasn't paying you enough money to get rid of the overflowing debt of yours. Even though you signed the contract, your morality was hurt. But what can you do? Life doesn't respect morality, it's a bitch for money. It has been 2 months since you are living in Park Mansion, and surprisingly, you are safe. You piled up debt was finally clearing up. You are so happy that you didn't mind the clingy two-faced son of Mr. Park, Park Jimin. He was handsome, smart, tall, rich, intelligent, etc. No doubt he is a 10 out of 10, but his personality is totally in negatives. When you first arrive, he welcomed you cheerfully. He was all nice and sweet towards you, but on the same night he confronted his dad regarding you. You remember him yelling, I will never accept her as my mom. At that time you internally scoffed, as if I am dying for you to accept me as your mother. You thought, thank God that day you had to fill your water bottle, or else you would have never known his two-faced personality. In front of you he behaves like one thing, and in front of his father he behaves like another thing. For you he was chameleon 2.0. Nevertheless, you were not affected by it. The only thing mattered was money. It was 10 p.m. when you returned to Park Mansion. You were drunk and dizzy, only wanted to go to your room and crash onto the bed. You were so deep in your own thoughts that you didn't notice the man sitting on the couch with a dark face in the dimly lighted living room. He watched you as you climbed the staircase. He raised his hands in air to trace your form, his eyes never leaving yours until your form faded behind your doors. Oh, my sweet cupcake, you shouldn't have let him touch you. Now let's see what I'll do it. He will definitely face consequences after touching what's mine, he whispered to himself, gulping the wine in one go. He lowly growled as he pulled off his AirPods from his ears, turned off his phone that was playing the live footage. He pulled on the hoodie and put on his black mask. He decided to give the lucarious director a visit. Next day, early in the morning, you sat in your agent's office in disheveled state, wearing a oversized hoodie and loose pants. Your hair was tied into a messy bun. Mion, you better have a proper reason to summon my sleepy ass at 5 in the morning. You grumbled, giving him an annoyed look. Do you know the director who tried to misbehave with you in yesterday's party? He's found dead in this morning. Okay, what? Your drowsiness was gone in a snap. Yeah, his body was cut into 500 pieces and thrown into the bushes of his garden. That's brutal, you couldn't help but to comment. Ryan, this is the 26th murder in the film industry. Whoever is this killer seems to have grudge on our industry. He is brutally killing people left and right. As your friend and agent, I don't want anything to happen to you. Please be safe. Your agent advised you looking worried. Don't worry, Mion. I will take care of myself. You stated, trying to sound confident, but in fact, you yourself were scared. There are some days where we feel goosebumps for no reason. We have that gut feeling that something bad is going to happen, but we normally ignore it. Same thing happened to you, and currently you are regretting ignoring your gut feeling. You are tied to the chair with ropes. A cloth was stuffed into your mouth, and your eyes were blindfolded. It has been 3 months since you are like this. Ryan, my cupcake, I hope you missed me. Goosebumps crawled all over your body, hearing his deep yet magnetic voice. He took off your blindfold and pulled out the cloth from your mouth. Your teary eyes met his chocolatey orbs, in which something dark was breathing. Blood was splattered over his face, his clothes were stained with blood. He was holding a gun in his left hand. Jimin, please, I beg you, please leave me, let me go. You pleaded, rolling your eyes out. You were desperate to leave from here. Oh my, you called me by my name. How delightful. I am happy, Ryan. You made me so happy. I will leave you if you play a game with me. What game? Game of hide and seek. You will hide and I will seek. If within an hour I catch you, you will do as I say. But if I fail to find you in an hour, I will let you go. Now hide, he stated as he undid all your ropes. Under his dark gaze, you hesitantly stood up, fearing he will shoot you, just like he did to his biological mother, who tried to run away. You have seen how cruel he is, how sadistically he murdered his both biological parents, and you fear he will do the same with you. What are you hesitating for, Cupcake? He asked you with a smile. You won't shoot me, right? I won't, Cupcake. Now hide. I'm counting. 1, 2. You wanted to ask something but swallowed it back, feeling Jimin's dark gaze on you. 3, 4, 5, 6. You sharply inhaled, and without looking back, you ran out of the basement. Jimin's eyes lingered on your running figure. He found it adorable. He was intrigued by your thoughts that you can run away from him, but not more intrigued than when he first saw you acting in the role Anna Cupcake or Mrs. Cupcake in Seven Heavenly Walls. In it, you looked so beautiful, gorgeous, and ethereal that you took his breath away. He wanted to have you devour you, make you his forever. You felt the time was passing very slowly. It has only 30 minutes since his twisted game began. You were hiding under the bed of one of 7 guest rooms in Park Mansion, praying for the time to pass quickly. Your breath hitched when you hear the door unlock. You quickly press both of your hands on your mouth to stifle any kind of sound from coming out of you. You heard the heels of his boots clicking. He was whistling the tune of your favorite song. Are you here, my cupcake? Where are you, my cupcake? Your heart was drumming against your ribcage. You were anxious to your bones. Tears were non-stop flooding out of your eyes. Suddenly, your right ankle was grabbed, making you yelp. You screamed out in horror as you were dragged out from underneath the bed. Got you. His eyes were sparkling and a white grin decorated his face as he assisted you to kneel down. The cold edge of his pistol traced down from your eyes to your throat. Please don't kill me. You pleaded, begged to spare your life. Normally, it would have been shameful to beg to a person who is 10 years younger than you. But in the face of life and death, such things are forgotten. What will I get, Cupcake, if I spare your life? He asked with a smile. Anything, anything you ask. Please just spare my life. His smile soared up as soon as he heard the term anything. He put his hands in his vest inner pocket and pulled out a document from it and handed it to you. He grabbed a pen from nearby table and gave it to you. Sign it to secure your life, Cupcake. You were too tensed and desperate to read the letter. Without thinking, you signed your name where he pointed. Good work, Cupcake. He pecked your forehead before taking the document back and securely placing it in his vest inner pocket. I did, as you said. Please don't kill me. My silly little Cupcake, how can I kill you when you are my wife? Excuse me, you were startled by the new found information. The documents you have signed are marriage papers, Cupcake. According to the document, you are legally married to me. Now you are Mrs. Jimin Park, my wifey. You will enjoy all the benefits as my wife. I will keep you happy unless you try to run away. If you try to escape from me, I pull out all the 6 bullets into you. But you wouldn't escape me, right, wifey? I won't. You quickly shook your head, scared for your dear life.
Amazing. With a huge smile, he hugged you, buried his face in the crook of your neck, sniffing your alluring scent. He mumbled, "Finally, you are mine, Ryan. You don't know how many people I had to kill to make you mine. I will never let you leave me, not in this life or any other life. Your fate is sealed with me." He broke the hug and looked at you with a smile while you were looking down. He placed his right hand on your right cheek, caressing it softly with a genuine smile. He said, "Finally, we are married. You don't know how much I waited for this moment." You looked up at him and tried to smile but failed. "I love you so much." So according to our marriage, today is our first night. He smoked and leaned closer to your lips. Your breath hissed when he brushed his plump lips on your rosy ones slightly. He looked at your lips and then your eyes. Without saying anything, he pressed his lips on yours, devouring it hungrily yet passionately. Jimin smiled while covering himself and you in blanket. After forcing himself on you for more than 3 times, he pecked your forehead while you were sobbing silently. "I know it's painful, but trust me, Cupcake, I want to plant a seed in your mind, some tiny particle of thought that bears a remnant of me. So little by little, day by day, you find yourself thinking of me." Until one morning you will wake up and realize you can't think of anything else. I dare you to think for someone else. I promise it will be the last day of you. He whispered in your ears and pecked your cheek before going to bathroom to wash himself, leaving you behind crying mess.